The National Guard in DC has been armed with rifles, and some of them have pistols on their hips. And yeah, they're supposed to because they're military. Now we have many creators coming onto social media to speak on the military that is out in DC currently carrying rifles and some of them again pistols. And I don't know if this is the first time that many of you are actually paying attention or just tend to forget, but whenever the military is activated, they always carry rifles. And why are some of them carrying pistols? Well, the ones that are allowed to carry pistols because they're qualified in carrying M9s are in fact military police. And this is the first time that any president activates the military the way that President Trump has in DC. However, this is not the first time that the military is out in our cities patrolling, and every single time the military shows up and shows out with rifles. And then we have creators like the Jolly Good Ginger who are out in DC saying the same thing. Why is the National Guard armed? And when I was in the army, forgetting that this has always been this way. And if your job was military police, you know that a lot of the people in the military, especially National Guard, have to go take riot control training along with civil training, to learn how to deal with people that are not in the military when you have to take jurisdiction over the police if you ever have to. And the rules of engagement, because the rules of engagement are not the same as if they were on an actual combat deployment outside of the United States. And the Jolly Good Ginger did say that when he was in the military, there was a lot of negligent discharge. However, those pistols have to stay holstered at all times. Rifles have to stay slinged at all times. Rifles and pistols are on safety, they are not on fire. And your trigger finger is also your safety. To which, in a lot of these videos, we see the military with their arms crossed, even though they're not supposed to. So, why did our government arm our military with rifles? Yeah, I don't understand how that's even a question. Now, do I agree that the military should be out in DC? At first, I did not, but I don't live in DC. And after watching videos of people who actually live in Washington, DC, and saying that they are happy that the National Guard is there because of how much they cleaned up the streets, I changed my mind. And many of the people speaking on Washington, D.C. not being safe, the military being out there is not right, are people who traveled from outside of Washington, D.C. to protest the military. They're not even Washington, D.C. natives. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below.